there is another kind of content heading which is being used along with UI 70. Content heading is practically based on EM and depends upon the font size, whereas this page heading is based on REM. Now, for say this is the column, we will be just creating another column right over here, and inside, if we create all those classes together for say like this huge header, we will be using these classes along with it. So the point of observation here is we are not using any kind of H1, H2 or H3 or this kind of header text. We are rather using some kind of div or block level elements to represent our contents, and we will be seeing the result, what happens to it. This is a huge header. Next comes about the large header. Next we will be creating a medium header. Next it will be a small header, and next it will be a tiny header. Sorry, this is tiny. The last one is not needed. So we have created all these headers over here. Let's make these changes accordingly. This is a large header. This is a medium header, small and tiny. Press Ctrl S, head back to your project and reload. I guess there is a little bit of trouble right over here, as we can see that each of these individual elements, those are practically been described under a single column right over here. So we need to make some kind of changes here. So all we can do, we may end up the rows here, and we will be creating a separate row up here, date class row. So in the first case, we will be using this first column right over here. We'll be ending up this div. In the similar fashion, we will be creating some more rows, because I wish to put all those individual contents on some separate blocks. So that is why we are creating some separate rows. We are putting these contents, each of these contents in some separate rows, and observe the result. So this is the second one. This is for this larger header. So this is the large header. In the next case, similar way, we will be creating a separate row for this individual medium header. In the similar fashion, we will be creating another row for this small header. We will be using another row for this individual tiny header. And another thing, we need to mention the UI classes right over here. We haven't referred those UI classes, so we need to mention them. Now press Ctrl S and reload, and you can see that this is the result so far. This is a huge header as been observed in the first case, and all those individual classes, those practically play a significant role in representing our content heading. So if we now inspect our element, we can see that the font size is 2 EM for this huge header part. In the next case, we will see that for this large header, the font size is a little bit of reduced to 1.71. Similar matter goes for this individual medium header which says that the font size is 1.25, and the more we descend down, the less will be the font size in each and every case. So this is what it actually does for content heading. Whenever we use these classes to a definite piece of content, then it will be having a definite font size in EM, as we can see right over here. So these are the classes, those we may use. We may adjust the font size accordingly, and we may use the defined UI semantic classes as been used into their project. Now, in the next case, we will be learning about some color changing to it.